Hello YouTube and the internet. Horus the Owl. This episode of Rainbow Six Suck I will show you gameplay of me and explain certain situations you see to give you my mindset during engagements and such. As Smonk, I generally roam and attempt to perform counter-offensives to gain the upper hand during a round. This means I do not linger near the OBJ and use adjacent rooms or even hidey holes across the building, so that I can effectively stall or eliminate attackers before they reach the OBJ. If stalling or halting their advance fails, or is sidestepped completely, you are still obligated to make a counter push if the objective is compromised. This round I have placed my hiding spot in a room one floor above the objective in the boathouse. The football room, as it is called, has a trapdoor that leads to an adjacent locker room to the objective, thus allowing for a surprise counter push. As you see me do, destroying the trapdoor requires only a well-placed shotgun blast or impact grenade. Then one only steps through and goes from there.
We need to protect the biohazard container.
To begin roaming, yes, this should have been at the start of the lesson instead of smack dab in the middle. Shut up. One should quickly use their wall reinforcement as effectively as possible before saying peace out and finding a good roaming position. The definition of a good roaming position varies, but generally you want a secluded or low foot traffic area, so you won't be found, even if someone sweeps every goddamn room like a paranoid asshat. You can really tell I've been a victim of room sweeping, am I right?
Down to 10 seconds.
Anyway, once in position, try to do a quick thumb of the cameras to check where the enemy is approaching from. This will give you an idea of if your current position is a good one or not, while also allowing you to potentially set up an ambush at choke points they may have to push through. A drone was harassing me for a good minute this round, and I could not for the life of me find it, even though it was sometimes right in front of me, like back before I ducked under the desk, but it ended up playing out in my favor anyway. You may have heard Glaz blasting the shit out of a window barricade there. I did too, so I weighed my options and made a perfectly rational and tactful decision.
Nope.
Rule of thumb here is to be mindful that enemies can hear you especially clearly when you sprint around, so when roaming as deuce or 3-to-1 ops, try not to do it for long durations. Reminder for those keeping track of my gameplay, I have a maybe location on Glaz and have zero idea where his chums are, so I keep my spot held down and my ears open wider than Dumbo to get a location of someone I have a better chance at killing. Glaz has advantage here because my SMG-11 aim doesn't stretch as far as his sniper rifle range, and that atrium has some bad angles for me personally. Target acquired. Now to prepare for another trapdoor counter-attack. Stand the hell back when throwing these things, by the way, good god.
I need to reload.
This sneaky chuckle fuck must think I'm dumb or something. Gotti. Zdravstvuyed, comrade.
Loading new magazine!
If you are just joining us, I just found the drone that was harassing me all round, then ran into Glaz and pelted him with lead, then saw Fuse moving to avenge his fallen comrade, to which I also peppered his homicidal ass. My current standing is that Thermite and one other are down here. I need to cautiously find them and take them out. QCAV for an impromptu interrogation.
You're mine, payaso. Enjoy.
One op 4 remains.
In B4 surprise motherfucker.
Victorious. Hostiles eliminated.
Other than what I've covered, remember that everyone besides Glaz cannot see through your toxic babe clouds, so don't be afraid to pop them for a ninja smoke bomb. If you aren't confident in your chances, not like kills are common with his toxic babes anyway, so no one will be mad if you use one to save yourself. Who's next? Capital? Why the fuck not?
Five seconds to insertion.
My pick list for attacking goes as follows. Thatcher because Thermite needs you, Jackal, Capital, then a sort of tie between Sledge, Buck and Fuse. As Cap, keep at range as if you were an Ashmain. Since your armor and superpower demand more personal space, try not to waste your lethal bolts on a hunch and use your smokes to cover open windows and holes where enemies can attack you from while you reposition. As an attacker in this kind of position, look for choke points to watch, like I'm here. Map knowledge needs to be learned, but some concepts can be taught. Holding an angle on a choke point while friendlies move in will give an increased chance of getting rid of roamers when they pounce on the friendly. Rappelling has become increasingly deadly to attackers, since peeking has evolved to the point that roamers will jump out of a window when they hear your rappel line zipping. Be sure friendlies can defend, or at the very least avenge you, before rappelling for any reason. Another function for Capital is Spotter. Simply drop by the bolt to cover friendlies and aim at any point that the enemy can attack from to allow allies to move up. This example allowed Yang and Hibana to move to the left hallway without fear of being shot from Hibana's murder hole. Oh shit, there's Smonk.
Stay back. Activating drone.
And there's Ool Bandit.
Container located.
Reloading.
I have just barred Bandit from flanking on Hibana and Yang. Chalk one up for me.
Dart.
This entire hallway is like the battle of the Somme up in this bitch. Motherfuckers breaching and shooting from every possible door, wall, and peek hole. Seriously, this was epic looking. I was in a party chat with Jackal and told him to redetonate the breaching charge. He sort of ignored me, so I said something along the lines of, I turned off mute's Wi-Fi router, now breach you Spanish soap opera.
Setting charge.
Hostile activity. Threat. Secure the container.
Teamwork makes the dream work, baby.
Friendly mission successful.
Thanks for watching, mates. I'll have similar stuff up as soon as I can, i.e. commentating while also giving insight into what the hell I'm doing during the matches I show you. If anyone was hoping I'd do more in-depth lessons on certain operators, like I did with shields, worry not, as I plan on doing Cav and maybe throwing in Jackal for fun. These last videos did not have my chat audio share enabled, because I had no real reason or I forgot about it entirely, but sooner or later you will hear my friends as well as my own voice in the background, while I continue to use the MLG voice to commentate and all that. The chat audio can be pretty funny sometimes, as you can imagine. Not all the time, however, as a few of my friends are actually younger kids I know. So apologies for that, guys. While I'm on the topic of playing Siege with friends, I'm more than happy to play with you on casual or the occasional ranked. I'm a casual player who only sometimes enjoys ranked, as sweaty tryhards run rampant there, at least on console from my perspective. I also want to rope my friends into doing custom game shit, like Michael Myers, trivia, or something along those lines, so that is a pet project I'd like to get off the ground sometime soon, if anyone is up for it. With the Siege stuff out of the way, I would like to also mention other games I want to record and upload, namely Destiny 2, Fallout 4, Skyrim Remastered, and possibly Rocket League, if I ever get around to starting it up for once. Other than that, thanks for putting up with this long ass outro guys. I know it's been a solid 3 minutes or so. I just have no other way to convey my future prospects to you effectively is all. Anywho. Hoot, hoot, motherfuckers.